Hash the $100 grocery bag, the death of the American pantry. 0 to 1 o'clock, the shock at the checkout. It's a Tuesday evening. You walk into your local grocery store, the same one you've visited for a decade. You have a simple list: milk, eggs, some chicken, a bag of apples, coffee, and maybe a box of cereal for the kids. You've done this 1,000 times. In your mind, you've budgeted about $60 or $70. You get to the checkout line, the cashier scans the items with that familiar rhythmic beep, and then comes the moment of truth. "That'll be $114.62, she says, without even looking up. You freeze. You look at the conveyor belt. There are maybe 10, 15 items at most. There isn't even a full gallon of milk, it's just the basics. You pay, grab the 2 thin plastic bags, and walk to your car feeling like you've just been robbed in broad daylight. This isn't just a bad week at the store. This is the new American reality. The $100 grocery bag isn't a symbol of abundance anymore, it's a symbol of a disappearing lifestyle. 1 o'clock to 2:30, the ghost of 2019, a painful comparison. Think back to just 5 years ago. In 2019, a $100 bill was a powerhouse at the supermarket. You could walk into a store and come out with a cart that was actually heavy. You had steak for Sunday dinner, the good brand of orange juice, and enough snacks to last the kids through the weekend. Today, that same $100 feels like pocket change. According to official data, grocery prices have jumped significantly, but if you ask any person standing in an aisle in Ohio, Texas, or Florida, they'll tell you the official numbers are lying. They feel it in their marrow. Shrinkflation is everywhere. The cereal boxes are narrower, the bags of chips have more air than potato, and the price tag keeps climbing while the product keeps shrinking. You are paying more for less, and the math just doesn't add up for the average family anymore. Every trip to the store feels like a calculated risk. 2:30 to 4 o'clock, the middle class squeeze an impossible choices. For decades, the American dream was built on the idea of stability. You work 40 hours a week, and in exchange, you can feed your family and save a little. But the grocery store has become the front line of a war against the middle class. When a dozen eggs cost as much as a fast food meal used to, something is fundamentally broken. Families are now forced to make impossible choices. Do you buy the fresh produce that's healthy but expensive, or do you head for the processed, frozen aisle because it's the only way to keep everyone full? Parents are skipping meals so their children can have second helpings. This isn't happening in a distant land, it's happening in the suburbs of the wealthiest nation on earth. The anxiety at the grocery store is real. People are scanning their apps for coupons like their lives depend on it, and for many, they actually do. 4 o'clock to 5:30, the retail desert, why the shops are struggling. It's not just the consumers who are feeling the pain. Look at the aisles themselves. Have you noticed the empty shelves? Or the security tags on things that used to be basic necessities? Small, local grocers that have served communities for generations are closing their doors because they can't compete with the rising wholesale costs. Even the big giants are struggling with retail shrink, a polite term for the fact that people are so desperate they've started shoplifting bread and baby formula. When you walk through a grocery store today, the atmosphere has changed. There's a quiet tension. People aren't browsing. They are hunting for deals, their eyes glued to the price tags with a look of disbelief. The store, once a place of community and comfort, has become a place of stress. The Makan ki dukan, or the neighborhood shop, is becoming a relic of the past as inflation eats everything in its path. 5:30 to 7 o'clock, the breaking point, what happens next? The question everyone is asking is, when does it stop? We are told that inflation is cooling down, but prices at the shelf never seem to drop. They just stay at their new, painful highs. Americans are tired. They are tired of being told the economy is great when their bank accounts are empty by the 20th of the month. We are seeing a shift in the American psyche. The carefree consumer is gone. In their place is a survivor. People are starting home gardens, joining bulk buying clubs, and cutting out every possible luxury just to keep the lights on and the fridge halfway full. The $100 grocery bag is a warning sign. It's a sign that the old way of living is over, and we are entering an era where every single calorie has a cost that many can no longer afford. 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Conclusion. The unspoken bond. If you feel this weight every time you swipe your card at the register, know that you are not alone. Millions of people are looking at their receipts tonight with the same sense of dread. The American kitchen table used to be a place of joy and plenty. Now, it's a place where we sit down with a calculator and wonder how we're going to make it to next Friday. The dream isn't just about owning a car or a house anymore. For many, the new American dream is simply being able to walk out of a grocery store without feeling like you've lost a battle. We are all living through a historical shift, and the grocery bag in your hand is the evidence.